Ahoy!
Welcome to another episode of the Bottom of the Stream Wave. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick. Welcome back to the weekly news and chat show from the world famous Bottom of the Stream podcast. How are you, Adam?
I'm okay, thank you. Yourself?
Are you feeling wriggly today?
Wriggly?
Yeah.
Why would I be feeling wriggly?
Why not?
Well, why not indeed? More wriggly than I've not been great this week. I've had a bit of a rough week, but
Yeah, you've not been. You still sound a bit.
Yeah, I've got
actually, you just got a bit of a husk.
I've got a bit of a husky voice going on.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to develop over the course of the evening, but we'll see. But I'm all right now. I'm good. I'm feeling good.
That's what I like
Energetic.
to hear.
I don't know about wiggly, but energetic for sure. Yourself?
Yeah, semi-wiggly.
Semi-wiggly. That's always good. At your
Mostly energetic.
age? Excellent.
I'm
I'm glad to hear it.
Excited for this week's movie show.
Oh, me too. What a crazy movie we've got for you on Thursday, everybody.
Yeah, come back here on Thursday and we'll be talking about Bloody New Year,
We will.
which is a 1987
Yes, I think so.
British horror movie.
Timey-wimey a little bit. There's all sorts of stuff going on in this one.
I don't even know what to say, other than come and listen to us talk about it on
I think it's going to be
episode.
one of the most fun episodes we've done in a long time.
There's some stuff happens in this movie. Boy, does it.
There's some sentences I'm going to have to say that I don't think anybody else would have ever said in the history of the universe.
I'm pretty confident no one's ever done a podcast on this movie.
No. I'd be pretty confident not many people have ever even watched it. But yeah, it's going to be a fun one. So definitely check back in on Thursday for the movie show.
Yeah, that's
We're going to
definitely
have a fun time this week.
to listen out for. Last week's movie was 60 Minutes.
It was indeed.
Which was our second Patreon wildcard choice of the season. And it just fell short of topping the table.
Currently sits second in the stream table.
Yeah.
Real-time action movie.
It was fun.
Martial arty movie.
Yep.
Mixed martial arts, wasn't
Just a man trying to get a cat
it? To his
daughter for her birthday.
Yeah.
With the slight difficulty of being pursued by Russian gangsters.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. It was a lot of fun. Deserves to be second in the stream table, I think.
I think so.
So yeah, it's been an interesting few weeks on the show.
So Bloody New Year, Thursday.
Definitely come back. If you've never listened to any other movie shows, come and listen to that one because this movie's batshit. Pure batshit.
Let's do a question of the week.
Go for it.
It's really simple this week.
Cool, okay.
Would you rather be 3 foot tall or 9 foot tall?
Would you rather be 3 foot tall or 9 foot tall? That's a good one.
Both have
pros and cons.
different issues for you to deal with. 3 foot's not very tall.
3 foot isn't very tall.
And 9 foot
It's
is
too
very
tall.
tall.
9 foot's too tall.
Because you're not even fitting in a car.
No, or at your house.
No.
The rooms are not 9 foot tall.
No.
These are high ceilings in this house, but they're not 9 foot. 9. If you'd have said 8, that may be a different thing, but 9's too big, I think. What are the bonuses of being 9 foot tall?
Shelves. But you could be a basketball player and earn billions.
A really good basketball player.
And build your own house or have a house built for you.
Have your house built for you.
But you're still probably going to have a tough introduction to life.
Yeah. Any doors in any building are going to be a problem.
Correct.
You're going to end up with back issues. But then 3 foot tall other things are going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Like putting stuff on a checkout conveyor belt.
Yeah, that's the first thing that springs to mind.
Driving, it must be tough. I mean, there are more 3 foot tall people in the world than there are 9 foot tall people in the world.
Yeah, loads of kids.
Yeah, exactly. Loads of kids. So the world is more geared up for a 3 foot tall person than a 9 foot tall person.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think you have to pick 3 foot.
Okay, I'll take the 9 foot.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, just for shits and giggles. You'd be famous, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You'd have to occasionally go and do photo shoots with the smallest person in the world. They do that sometimes. Yeah. I suppose if you're only 3 foot, you're just another 3 foot tall person. If you're 9 foot, then you're the only 9 foot tall person.
Yeah.
Do you want the fame and fortune of being the tallest man in the world?
I think yes.
You got to get a bed specially made.
True.
Because from your knees down, it'd be out of the bed, not just your feet. Your whole calves.
And you've just got a massive span, haven't you? So even when you were
Yeah.
curled up,
Yeah, you wouldn't curl up to 6 foot.
I think you've got to try and
How long are your arms?
huge. Is there would the NBA go? No, you're too tall.
Is there a hot
No,
top?
I don't think there is.
Is
It's
there a
never
top
come up,
limit on
has it?
basketball?
But like you say, 9 foot
Yeah.
is really tall.
You just drop the ball in the net.
So you might get a
Just
couple
like,
that
plop,
yeah.
done.
You might get a couple that touch 7 foot.
What's regulation height for an NBA basketball hoop?
I have no idea. Well, I wonder if they go, no, you're too tall. You make it banned,
But yeah, probably.
and you just have to take it underground.
You could get into
Like,
like
underground basketball.
you could probably get into wrestling or something though.
Or freak show.
Yeah. You could make money off it,
Yeah, I think so.
providing you didn't have the ill effects of really weak knees. Your back would be constantly in agony.
So there's a lot of body to pump blood around.
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly. Short lifespan, probably. Humans are not built to be 9 foot tall. Getting on a plane would be a nightmare.
I can do that.
3 foot. It's too much hassle being 9.
Okay, I'll take 9.
Good question though. I liked it.
Right, enough of this nonsense.
Shall we move on? We've got quite a lot of Netflix news this week.
Yeah, and we'll start with news that's broken just this very afternoon as we are recording.
Every one of the group chats that I'm in went off with this today.
Did it?
Every single one of them.
And that is the news from Netflix. We know, actually, last week I didn't watch it, but Netflix broadcast the Netflix Slam, which was their first live tennis
They did indeed.
game.
Yep.
And they have announced today that they will be broadcasting their first ever live boxing game on July the 20th
Yeah.
from the small venue of AT&T Stadium in Texas.
It's pretty big, the AT&T Stadium. I don't know if you've noticed.
And that will be headlined by social media person Jake Paul
Yeah.
and Mike Tyson doing actual fighting.
If that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
This is mad. This is actual madness, right?
Yeah,
This isn't real.
I think so.
This isn't real.
I think,
This
I mean,
isn't real world.
several questions.
Yeah.
Do they really think they're going to fill that stadium? And how much have they fleeced Netflix out of for paying for this? Or are Netflix just footing the bill?
Those two guys get to just have a bit of a cuddle and a bit of a dance
Yeah.
and get probably $200 million each. Probably. Somewhere around that. And it's not... Everybody's like... all the group sets were like, oh, I can't wait to see Tyson knock him out. This isn't real.
No.
He's not going to fight him. They're just going to cuddle for a bit and take the money.
Also, just for context, Mike Tyson last fought in 2020
Yeah.
in an exhibition match. Before that, his previous boxing match was in 2006.
Nearly 20 years ago.
Yeah, and Mike Tyson's probably quite old now, isn't he?
57.
57.
Yeah, I checked that earlier.
Wow. And Jake Paul isn't.
Is-
57.
No, he is. I have no idea how old Jake Paul is. Is Mike Tyson going to ruin his legacy here? Is there any negatives to Mike Tyson? Is what I'm
because
thinking?
people will not respect his performance from The Hangover.
Yeah.
What do you mean his boxing legacy?
I mean, his box. I don't know anything about boxing. Boxing doesn't interest me. Never has interested me in the slightest. It feels like at the minute it's less real than wrestling is. I don't know. Is there a negative side here for Mike Tyson of if he loses? Does that
No, he's
exactly
57, and it's a massive payday.
So this Jake Paul's comment was, "I want to be the heavyweight champion of the world one day. So what I'm going to do is fight this pensioner."
Yeah,
And none of it makes any sense. But they're just going to cuddle and get some money.
I'll tell you what doesn't make sense is one Jake Paul's statement, which says, "My sights are still set on becoming a world champion, and now I have a chance to prove myself against the greatest heavyweight champion ever." But he's 57.
Yeah.
This will be the fight of a lifetime.
It might be the last fight of his lifetime. Either of them. I don't know. This just seems very strange to me.
It's very out of left field, isn't it?
Yeah. I know why you can see why Netflix want it.
Yeah.
There's no downside to Netflix. They get to practice
Headlines.
streaming live sport, which they need to do because they're going to do a lot of that next year.
All the engagements.
All the engagement from that. They're going to market the hell out of it. There's no downside for those guys. And I don't really see any downsides for Jake Tyson, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, to be honest. Because, like I said, they're not really going to fight each other. They're just going to cuddle for a bit.
It will be supported by various fighters on an undercard yet to be announced.
Yeah, Frank Bruno's fighting Zoella. I couldn't think of another YouTuber. I think PewDiePie's fighting Chris Eubank.
So Henry Cooper versus Ryan's Toy World. I actually would watch that.
Yeah, so would I. I will not watch this, but don't mind. To be fair, actually, just for the spectacle of this, I don't know anything or like anything about boxing, but the spectacle of that ridiculousness, it's just funny. It's one of the funniest Netflix stories that's ever come out.
It's very, well, to me, it seems very, very random.
Yeah, agreed.
Until that dropped this afternoon, potentially the biggest story of the week, Netflix-wise, was going to be the fact that they have announced a renewal of Avatar: The Last Airbender live-action series for 2 more seasons.
Yeah.
Which will bring the story to a close.
Okay, so that's it after that.
It is indeed.
Excellent. Have you watched any of this yet?
I have not. It's on my list.
It's on my list as well.
And I do want to get to it. I mean, it's not near the top of my list, I'm going to say. I feel like, but I don't know if it's just my algorithms, that I've not seen considering how
I agree.
well viewed this original property is, I don't feel like my news feeds have been full of this, either positively or negatively.
Yeah.
For a big Netflix release.
I've seen a few good reviews of it. It did pop up on my main page when I logged into Netflix the other day. So they obviously want me to watch it. I feel like now it's been renewed, I feel like I've got more incentive to watch it.
Yeah.
So I probably will get to it at some point.
Yeah.
I've got a few other shows on the radar first.
And I presume there's a lot of reasons for doing that renewal. I think they'll go and film it back to back for age reasons of the cast.
Yes, absolutely.
You've got, but the commitment there to finish that story and tell it how the showrunners want to is, I mean, it's not something we always see very often from Netflix. No. So, but it is there for Avatar.
Excellent. Good news.
Someone I think we should check in on.
Okay.
Who we spoke about quite a bit in the early days of this podcast.
We did.
But because we did a couple of his movies, but haven't done for some time, is Jeremy Saulnier.
Yeah, he
director.
A couple in the first 2 series of the show and then seemed to disappear from our radar.
Yeah, he did. We'd done a couple of his movies, as you say.
Murder Party,
which I think was his first movie. And then we did Hold the Dark, which was his last movie.
Oh, was it really? He's not done one since?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which he made for Netflix for about $15 million. The reason I mentioned the budget is because his follow-up to Hold the Dark is a movie called Rebel Ridge.
Right.
Which is also a movie he's been working on for Netflix. Now, interestingly, he's been talking a bit about the difficult production of this movie.
Right.
Which started filming in April 2020. 4 years ago.
What?
That's filming. So even before that, you've got casting, script writing, locations, all that sort of thing. Here we are 4 years later.
Wow.
And he's nearly finished it.
Better be fucking good.
He was talking to Film Stories, and Saulnier described Rebel Ridge as a tumultuous process.
I bet he was pissed when Rebel Moon came out.
He said, "We have had to start this movie 3 times.
Oh my God.
Due to COVID.
Yeah.
Delaying production in 2020. It then started filming later in 2020. The cast is pretty impressive. Don Johnson, James Cromwell, James Badgedale, and originally John Boyega.
Oh yeah, okay,
Unfortunately, he left the production a few weeks into the shoot.
right.
And Saulnier didn't mention Boyega by name in the conversation, but said, but it alluded to another issue that shut us down in the second year.
Right.
That second year shutdown was for 11 months while they recast the part,
Wow.
having filmed a fair bit of the movie. Filming commenced again in April 2022.
Bad timing.
And Saulnier also said the budget at this point is now up to $40 million.
Wow.
And he did say Netflix have been very supportive of him. So Rebel Ridge, what's it about? Well, the synopsis says Rebel Ridge explores systematic American injustices through bone-breaking action sequences, suspense, and dark humor.
That sounds like a Jeremy Saulnier synopsis. That's what most of his films are about.
He says this movie is about hurling someone headlong into a small town, but full of bureaucracy. It's the justice system. The town has a militarized police force and all these things that go down. It's a lot of interactivity and talking and fighting. I had my fill of isolation. He's referring to Hold the Dark.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go in a different direction.
Excellent. That sounds great. Usually just fun films. I mean, Hold the Dark's not fun, but it's good.
No release date yet for Rebel Ridge.
Hold the Dark, season 1 or season 2? I feel like it was season 2.
I think so. It was a very quiet. Massive gunfight.
Yeah,
Quite,
it absolutely was.
So I just thought it was interesting because I was
That
like,
is interesting.
oh yeah,
It's a name I've not thought of for a long time.
yeah, exactly,
But a name we used to think of quite a lot.
exactly.
If you've not seen Green Room's probably his most famous movie.
Yes,
That's a really good film.
Yeah.
If you've not seen that, it's a good little horror movie. Check that out.
Also, news this week from Netflix is the confirmation of the cancellation of The Brothers' Son.
I'm not 100% sure I was expecting a second season on this
fine.
anyway.
I have not watched it yet. So.
I felt like it was a limited season. But it obviously wasn't because it's been cancelled. But the story is nice. Don't let it put you off watching that season because it is all wrapped up and done and concluded. There's nothing... The second season would have had to
There's
start
no
something
cliffhanger
new.
or...
There's no cliffhanger.
Well, Netflix has confirmed there will be no more of it.
It's a shame, though, because it was good.
Brad Falchuk, who is the co-creator and showrunner on it, has still got a ongoing deal with Netflix, so he will move on to
Another projects.
projects.
Okay.
But yes, no more Brother's Son. I still think I'll go and watch it.
You should watch it. It would not
I
take
know
your
I'd like
enjoyment
it.
away.
I know I'd
You'd
like it.
love it. You
Yeah.
would love it. It will not take your enjoyment away from it, and it does not end on a cliffhanger. So I don't think that's as a big a deal as people were making it out to be, if I'm honest.
You can't have The Brother's Son because Netflix has to make... I'm being totally facetious that these two are connected. Netflix has to make way for The Magic Prank Show.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
Sorry, to give it its full title. The Magic Prank Show with Justin Willman.
Justin Willman.
Yeah.
He used to do a magic show on Netflix before.
He did Magic for Humans.
Yeah, I remember
and he
that.
also presented... What was it? It was the baking show where they also used to use engineering. So they had to build a cake around like a robot car.
Yeah, what was
did
that
like one
called?
series.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because they kept using the phrase baconeering in the program.
There was no bacon in it.
No, exactly. Baking Impossible. That's what it was called. So Justin Willman's all right,
Yeah.
but yeah, fine.
Magic for Humans is all right.
April the 1st, you can check out The Magic Prank Show on Netflix. The show, Netflix says, sees Willman using his extraordinary skills to pull off ambitious and hilarious pranks like you've never seen before. Alongside his team of twisted professionals, he executes brain-bending experiences to help everyday folks blow people's minds and settle old scores.
Nice. Sounds fun.
Sounds like a Magic Beatles about.
Old school reference. I like it.
Yeah, really. April the 1st, if you want your magic Vix.
I might check it out. I'm not big on pranks.
Do you know who my favourite magicians are at
Go
the
on.
minute? Not the, I have a rotating cast of them. I don't know if you've seen them on Instagram. The two German guys
yes,
who
I have.
just pretend to disappear
They're
stuff,
amazing.
and
They're
someone just hides
amazing.
behind a lamppost.
Yeah. Siegfried and Joy.
Yeah.
Called. Yeah, they're
Great.
really good. I have seen them. Next. Just
Next
the wrong one.
is an update on Lockerbie, which is a
Yeah.
show we've mentioned before that Netflix are co-producing with the BBC about the Lockerbie plane disaster. There are some casting announcements for that.
Okay.
The 3 leads for the show will be Patrick J. Adams, who you may recognise from Suits.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Only one of the most watched TV series in the world in 2023, even though it's not been on for 10 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for Suits.
Yeah, he's going to start in this, as will Connor Swindles
Okay. Yeah. Sex
from
Education.
Sex
go.
Education, and he's in the Barbie movie, wasn't he, last year?
He was.
And also Merritt Weaver, who I kind of recognise. She is a 2-time Emmy winner for Godless for Netflix and also Nurse Jackie.
The face is familiar. I don't
Yeah.
know what I've seen. There.
Just as a reminder, Lockerbie is a series based on the real events surrounding the 1988 Lockerbie bombing and the joint Scottish-US investigation, which sought to bring the perpetrators to justice. Also joining the cast are Peter Mullen, Phyllis Logan, and Eddie Marson, who just does a lot of work, doesn't he? That guy.
He does.
He's
Never
always
stops.
in this sort of thing.
Yeah. He loves it.
And he's very good. Filming is underway in Scotland and will continue in the next couple of months in Malta and Toronto. It has been confirmed the series will air on BBC One and BBC iPlayer, followed later by Netflix in the UK and globally.
Okay. That'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be tough to watch, I think, but it'll be good.
Sure.
Next.
Also announced this week, Netflix's first original medical procedural series.
Okay.
So I guess think House or ER
Casualty.
or whatever you want.
Mm.
Yeah. It's called Pulse.
Nice.
And it will be run by executive producer Zoe Robin, who is behind the Equalizer movies, and Carlton Cuse
Carlton Cuse.
from off of Lost
Off of
and
Lost.
Lock and Key.
Yeah, he's not he doesn't have many successful shows. A lot of his stuff gets cancelled. He did what was the Psycho one?
The Psycho one with Vera Farmiga
Yeah.
and
What was that called?
the other one. I never watched it. I know what you mean. Freddie Highmore.
Freddie Highmore, yeah. What
Yeah.
was it called? Bates Motel.
Yeah.
He did that got cancelled.
Netflix says Pulse will follow the staff of Miami's busiest level 1 trauma center as they navigate medical emergencies and their equally complex personal lives.
Okay.
The series will center on a young ER doctor, Danny Sims, who is unexpectedly promoted to chief resident amidst the fallout of her own explosive romantic relationship.
Ooh. Just what the world needs is another medical procedural.
Sure.
Why not? I mean, that's a good lineup of people behind that. So, I don't know. There's a room in the world for them, I suppose.
I guess.
Not in my world, but in some worlds.
I guess. A follow-up, considering she has come out of retirement, Cameron Diaz, who I'm referring to.
Yes.
Later this year, we'll see her back in action with Jamie Foxx. She is signed up for another movie,
Okay.
so she isn't going straight back into retirement. She is
So she's
signed.
out of retirement. She's
is.
back full time.
She has starred. She has signed up to star in Outcome, which will be the new directing job for Jonah Hill.
Oh, it's Jonah Hill. I thought it was Keith Lemon.
And she will be joined in this movie by none other than Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves and Cameron Diaz are going to be directed by Jonah Hill.
Correct.
Wow. Welcome to 2024, people.
The movie is co-written by Jonah Hill and Ezra Woods and follows a tarnished Hollywood star, played by Keanu Reeves, who must plumb the dark depths of his past to deal with his demons and make amends after he is extorted via a mysterious video clip.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
It is described as a dark comedy.
Right.
Jonah Hill will also be in front of the camera for it.
You would expect
as
that.
well. It's being backed by Apple Studios, so who knows if it will end up in the cinema or not.
Probably not.
Do you know that picture, actually, interestingly, is the first time I've looked at Keanu Reeves and gone,
You're aging.
You're finally aging.
Yeah, you are finally aging. There's a little bit of grey in his beard.
And he's a little bit drawn, isn't he?
What do you think's going on with Jonah Hill?
I don't know. I was like, what's with the massive boat tattoo on his chest?
Why is his chest even out in that picture?
I don't know. I don't really know much about Jonah
He's got
Hill.
my nan's necklace on a brooch. I don't know. He's got a haircut and all. He's like
braids.
He looks like Keith Lemon. I wonder if he's okay. I hope he's okay.
Okay. In talking of, no, we won't. But anyway, we'll just plow on. I guess I was going to try and make some sort of comment on just
We were talking about Apple.
big companies,
Yeah.
just buying cinematic geniuses just to show how good an iPhone works. Because Apple have released on their YouTube channel a 19-minute short film shot entirely on an iPhone 15.
Okay.
And it has been directed by Japanese legend Takeshi Miike.
Oh, nice. Wow.
It is entitled Midnight and is an adaptation of a manga by Osamu Tezuka. And this was sort of snuck out on Wednesday onto YouTube. You can go and find it there.
That's basically an advert for the iPhone.
Essentially, I mean, I will read some of the gumph, I guess you could call it, about this. So the story centers on a late night taxi driver named Midnight, played by Kento Kaku, who roams the streets of Tokyo offering to help those in need. The film follows Midnight as he comes to the aid of a young woman played by Konastu Kato, who is struggling to take over her recently deceased father's truck driving business, whilst also fighting off a nefarious local gang led by an evil boss played by Yukiyoshi Azawa.
Okay.
Now this, they've got Mike to do this, and he's an absolute, legendary director.
Yeah,
Audition, Itchy the
It's like
Killer,
getting Spielberg
13
to do it.
Assassins. He said, "It was an honour to take on this challenge using only an iPhone.
It was an honour to take on all this money.
As we were shooting, I naturally began to challenge myself to think about how we could make a work unique to iPhone beyond the usual approach to film. I truly feel that the iPhone, how many times did he say iPhone, has the power to do things that a conventional movie camera can't."
He gets $1 million every time he says iPhone.
Maybe. And there's some more guff about action mode, which you can have a play around with. So,
cool.
iPhone movies.
Again, they put it on Netflix. They put it on YouTube. They've done a Netflix and put it on YouTube when they've got their own streaming service. But why not? Just use YouTube. Next.
Let's talk about Forbes releasing the results of the highest paid actors in Hollywood in 2023.
Yeah, I think this took a lot of people by surprise when this was released this week.
Essentially, for the last 2 or 3 years, it's been Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah, it's been The Rock forever.
This is not the case in 2023.
No.
Because someone has returned to the top of this list, who last topped this list in 2002.
Crazy.
And it's all because of Netflix.
Yep, completely.
Because this person only works for Netflix.
Yeah.
And the highest paid actor in 2023 was Mr. Adam Sandler.
That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane.
He did do a fair bit of work for him, to be fair.
Yeah, he did make quite a lot of
So
movies
just last year, Murder Mystery 2 came out,
year.
as did You Are So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah.
Yeah.
He voiced the lead character in Leo.
Yeah.
And produced The Outlaws.
Yeah.
And is currently, although it is 2024, just this week, his new film came out, didn't it? Spaceman.
It did indeed. Apparently it's terrible. So I've been told.
So yeah, he topped the list.
That's crazy. Who'd have ever thought? If you'd have said
$73 million he made.
Stealing a living. if somebody had said to you even 3 years ago, Adam Sandler's going to be the top paid man in Hollywood in a couple of years, you'd have been told him to go
Probably,
away.
because he was one of the first guys, wasn't he? He went all in with Netflix.
Yeah.
And that first load of absolute junk.
Yeah.
Like the Ridiculous Six. And
Yeah, all that came out.
And Murder Mystery really seemed to be a surprising hit.
Yeah.
For some reason. And that's kind of given him...
New lease of life.
Yeah. I mean, Hustle was great, to be fair. The basketball movie
Yeah.
last year, that was awesome. But it's Adam Sandler. Second on the list, 2023. Purely because of Barbie.
One movie.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
$59 million.
I mean, that's fair. But Barbie was the highest grossing movie of last year.
Well, she was also a producer on Saltburn. I wasn't aware of that.
She was, yeah. I remember seeing her in the credits on that.
Third on the list, Tom Cruise.
Again, just one movie. So, Adam Sandler's made 4. That's cheating. Adam Sandler's cheated here.
A tie for fourth between Ryan Gosling and Matt Damon.
Barbie was pretty special, wasn't it? Money-wise.
Yeah. In sixth place was Jennifer Aniston.
Who'd have thought that as well a couple of years ago?
A couple of things. So, with Sandler in Murder Mystery 2.
Yeah.
The morning show for Apple.
Yeah.
And, as noted by the Hollywood Reporter, healthy residuals from Friends.
I wonder how much he does make from that.
Millions. They all make millions and millions a year.
Wow.
Seventh place was a tie
Okay.
between two people who are often compared. Leonardo DiCaprio and Jason Statham.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily compare them. But
DiCaprio, pretty much only for Killers of the Flower Moon, whereas Statham had to work a bit harder for the same money because he was in Operation Fortune for Amazon, Fast X, Meg 2 The Meganing, and Expendables 4.
Expend 4 bubbles.
Yeah, Expend 4 bubbles. Ninth on the list was Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah, who brought in $38 million from starring in Air, plus from his own production company.
And his advertising deal with Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts advertising deal.
Wow.
And making up the top 10 was Denzel Washington.
What an insane list of 10 people.
Yeah.
Or 12, 13 people.
With Dwayne The Rock Johnson nowhere
Not
to be
even
seen.
in the top 10 last
in the
year.
top 10. Sure, he's all right.
Oh, he'll be doing absolutely fine. He's got his own business now, hasn't he? He'll be fine. Is that all your news?
That's all the news.
Good news. Well done.
I do have a list.
Oh, I do love a list.
Should we have a look
Should we
at
do
a
that
list?
now?
Yeah, why not? So,
I assume you don't want me to click on it.
Far Out magazine
Oh, yeah.
has published what it deems to be the 21 greatest movies of the 21st century.
Okay, is that what we're in now?
It is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So the 21 movies so far in the 24 years of this century.
correct.
This is going to anger me.
I think there'll be some surprises in that. I don't know if you're going to be angry.
Okay.
I've not studied it in detail. Do you want all of them?
Yeah, just read it. Do it like you do in the charts
Okay.
on a Sunday afternoon.
Obviously, because at 21, I never know how to say this one.
Go on.
Inside Llewyn Davis.
Yeah, Llewellyn, I think. it
Llewellyn
is.
Davis. The Coen brothers.
I have not seen that.
I
Yeah,
have
correct.
seen it years ago, and I think I quite liked it, but I don't think I would say it's one of the 21 best movies of the
Doesn't feel
last
like
24 years. I think I would have this one in here. and
Okay.
this will probably anger you.
it. Okay.
Because 20th, they have Uncut Gems, starring Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that does anger me slightly. I hated Uncut Gems. I just didn't get it.
I loved it. 20th best movie this century. At 19, they have The Social Network.
Okay. It wouldn't be in my list. There's one film I've got in my head that isn't. If it isn't in there, I'm going to really be annoyed.
Interesting. Oh, that adds an edge to this. In 18th, they have Once Upon a Time in Anatolia.
I thought you were going to say in Hollywood. I don't know what that is.
Well, it won the Grand Jury Prize in the Cannes Film Festival in 2011.
Okay.
You've probably not heard about it because it is a Turkish murder mystery.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which tells the story of a group of men who set out on the grasslands of Anatolia in search of a dead body.
And like Stand By Me in Turkish.
Yes, possibly. 17th, they have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I haven't seen that, but that annoys me that it's in there.
16th, they have possibly the most recent movie on this list, After Sun.
Oh yeah, okay. I've heard good things about
I've
that.
not seen it. A lot of people in our Discord rave about it. 16th best. 15th, we have The Act of Killing from 2012, which is a documentary.
Right.
Studying mass extinctions of communists that occurred in 1960s Indonesia.
Sounds fascinating.
Light. 14th best movie of the 21st century is Still Walking.
Who's made this list?
This is a Japanese movie following a family who gather on the anniversary of the death of their eldest son to commemorate his memory and collectively grieve his loss from the world.
Okay.
13th is another movie you've probably never heard of, because I certainly wouldn't do it. Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
I've heard of that. I don't know anything about it.
From 2019, it's a French movie.
Yeah.
Set in the late 18th century and charts the romance between Marianne, a painter, and Helwa, an aristocratic woman who Marianne is hired to paint a portrait of.
Okay. The name just is familiar to me. I don't know anything about it.
12th best movie of this century from 2003, Lost in Translation.
Okay. That's Bill Murray, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And Scarlett Johansson. 11th, Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth's a great film. I'm okay with that.
Top 10 now. 10th is Yi Yi, a
Yi Yi.
Taiwanese movie.
Okay. This isn't the list I was expecting it to be.
Tells the story of a middle-class Taipei family whose relationships with their relatives, past and present, force them to reconsider their lives and change the course of their existence. 9th is Parasite.
Yep. Got to be in there. Absolutely got to be in there.
8th is Under the Skin.
Is you sure that's not Parasite?
Which, again, Scarlett Johansson playing an alien
Okay,
popping
she's
up
done
again.
really
Have
well.
I seen that film? I think I might have seen that. Number 7 is Moonlight.
Okay.
From 2016. Just bear with me because my page is reloading.
No problem.
Reason. That takes us to number 6, which, according to this list, is No Country for Old Men.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
That's arty-farty
Second
bollocks.
Coen Brothers movie.
I would say it's arty-farty bollocks, but they all have been so far.
Number 5 is Spirited Away.
Yeah, I can understand
2001.
why that's on there. People love that movie.
Number 4 is a Hungarian movie.
Okay.
Werkmeister Harmonies, which explores the ethereal nature of the cosmos, using drunk pub goers as standing for revolving planets and stars. Arty-farty bollocks.
Arty-farty bollocks. Hungarian arty-farty.
Number 3, There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Number 2, Mulholland Drive, David Lynch.
I thought that was older than that.
2001.
Is it really?
Just
Well,
sneaks
I would
in.
have put that in the 90s.
And number 1.
Go on. Endgame.
And no, it's a Hong Kong movie called In the Mood for Love.
Oh my
It's a
goodness.
romance movie from 2000. So we topped out in the year 2000,
We haven't never been better in
Yeah,
the last
apparently.
24 years.
according to
Wow.
that list. Yeah,
I'm
I'm presuming what you were thinking of wasn't in there.
no. Most of the films I know were not in there. I'm glad Parasite made it in.
What were you thinking of? I'm intrigued.
I was
now.
thinking of Room.
Oh, okay,
Because
yeah.
that's like one of my favourite movies
Yeah.
of the last 20 odd years. But then when the list became clear what the list was, it was quite clear that wasn't going to be in there. But Parasite would be in my list. It would be in my top 10 as well, I think.
Okay.
Maybe we need to make that list. Maybe that'd be a good bonus episode.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll do that as a bonus.
Yeah.
If anybody's got any suggestions of if they want to make a list, let us know.
Yeah.
We haven't done a bonus for a while.
Sounds good to me.
Agreed. Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've watched a couple of things I want to mention.
Go for it.
So I've watched the new series of Somebody Feed Phil on
Me
Netflix.
too. I've watched it all.
Yeah, me too.
Thoughts?
I really enjoyed it.
I did as well.
Some episodes more than others.
Yes.
The Orlando one felt there wasn't much on offer food-wise.
Yeah. I think they just wanted to... That felt like they'd been paid by Orlando to just like
board, yeah.
make sure that people know that it's not just Disney here.
But
I thought the Taipei one was really interesting.
I thought that... So the last couple were my favourites, actually. The Taipei one and the Scotland one. I thought were really good.
I've never been to Scotland.
Ever.
I've never even crossed the border.
It's funny because we were watching when he's in Edinburgh for the start of it.
Yeah.
I was actually like, I've eaten at that pub.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at one point.
Wow. I'd love to go to Edinburgh. It is like, I do need to go. I don't really have an interest in Glasgow. Yeah. But I would like to go to
Edinburgh's great. I thoroughly recommend it.
I thought the Mumbai one was really interesting as well.
Yeah.
It's like, there was a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah.
I'd never go.
Would you not?
No.
Did you not?
I would love to go, but also it absolutely terrifies. That street he was walking down, and the guy's like, "Yeah, we don't have pavements here. It's just a free for all." I'd be dead in minutes.
Yeah, no, you'd love it. You'd love it.
I'm sure I would love it. I'm sure I would, but I don't know.
And it's just so like, I had a couple of tough days this week at work, and you like put one of them on, and it's like, oh, what a lovely hour.
You completely forget everything when Phil's around. He's just like the nicest man, and he's always got his family around him.
Yeah,
and it just looks like he's got the best job in the world, and he knows it.
100%.
He absolutely revels in it,
yeah.
and he makes no bones about the fact that he's stealing a living, going around eating food.
And he's like, I'm not a great presenter, but I'm just trying to.
But he is a great presenter.
Yes, he is. By not being a great presenter, he's a great presenter.
Because he's different to everybody
having
else,
so much fun and
just loves what he does.
Sheer joy.
Absolutely, he cannot hide the joy on his face sometimes.
Yeah,
and I don't know. It feels a little bit of a different show now. His parents are not around, but that's just time.
Yeah,
but I like the little celebrity guests that he gets on every so often.
Yeah,
and yeah, I enjoy that show. I would recommend that show to everybody. But yeah,
love Somebody Feed Phil.
Me too.
And then
long may it continue. He's got a new book out or coming out as well.
Yes,
he's written with his daughter. I saw
children's book
today. Yeah.
And then I've watched on Disney Plus the pilot episode. I say pilot episode, first episode, whatever, of Shogun.
Okay, I don't know Shogun.
I had a brilliant time. So it is I think it's an FX show over in the States. So it's over here, Disney Plus. And it is a limited series. I think it's going to be 10 episodes. And it is set in 17th century Japan.
Okay.
And essentially the story is, so the longtime emperor has died.
Yep.
And he has an heir who is not of age. He is a young boy.
Okay.
And until his heir is of age, the kingdom is being run by 5 tribe leaders, 5 warlords.
Got you.
And I think this show is going to be about, it's kind of Game of Thrones, but in feudal Japan with samurais.
Sounds great.
And sort of the other plot line is that a British merchant vessel / pirates have washed up on the shore of Japan. And one of them has been sort of taken in by one of these tribes, and I'm pretty sure he's going to become a badass samurai.
Nice. That sounds great.
And it looks amazing.
Right.
I mean, it's mostly in Japanese, so that may put some people off.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited to watch all of this.
Is it all out there now?
No, I think the first 2 episodes, well, it might be 3 now.
Okay.
So it's coming weekly to Disney Plus. And it's big budget. It looks amazing. And I just know it's going to be awesome.
Cool.
I was really excited after I watched the first one.
Excellent.
That's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, I haven't watched a lot else because of not being well.
That's fine.
I haven't really. I did watch a show. My mum was watching a show when I went round the other day, and I ended up sitting watching that with her.
Yeah,
it's on Netflix. It's called Instant Dream Home.
Right.
Have you seen this?
I don't think so.
I thought I was having a fever dream.
Right.
So basically, the show it's like DIY SOS in this country.
Sure.
So they get these people who don't know that their house is about to be decorated.
Yeah.
Send them out of the way for 12 hours and then decorate their house. But
Nice.
they don't decorate their house. They did an extension.
Right.
It's like full on 250 people come in, tradesmen, and just gut this house and rebuild it in the 12 hours they've got. And then the people come in and are like, oh, I've got a new house. I wouldn't mention this, but it's hosted by Danielle Brooks,
Who's that?
who she used to be in Orange is the New Black. She's nominated for a BAFTA this year for The Colour Purple.
I know what you mean.
She's fucking balmy. She's got so much energy. And you just don't expect a lady like that. I don't know if she got the Oscar nomination. She definitely got the BAFTA nomination.
Yeah.
And she's hosting this little house makeover show on Netflix.
Ah, fair play.
And it's like, I was not expecting it to pop up. And my mum was like, God, she's annoying. And I'm like, she's one of the best actresses in the world. And why she's doing this, I don't know. But they got this guy a new kitchen and they didn't have time to build it in the house. So they built it out of the house,
Right.
took a wall down, pushed it in one, and then put his wall back up.
Right, of course.
That was like, some of the stuff they can do is crazy. They needed to put a window in somebody's roof, but they couldn't get a crane down his street, so they helicoptered it in.
Oh, fine. It's the Netflix
It's
budget.
batshit crazy. I was like, this is amazing. I'm going to watch more of this. I haven't, but that one episode was crazy.
Oh, talking of Netflix, this just occurs to me. I haven't done this in the news, but talking of Netflix reality shows,
yeah.
There are strong rumours swirling that Queer Eye may be no more
Oh, really?
because
I hadn't heard that.
one of them has left.
Okay.
Bobby Burke, who's the house, he's the interiors guy,
Yeah.
and there's strong rumours that one of them is very, very difficult
Oh,
to
okay.
work with, and the rest of them have had enough.
Oh, nice. So one's definitely left and the rest are on their way by the sounds of it. Or is he the difficult one?
No, apparently he is not the difficult
I think
one.
I might know who the difficult one is. Just from knowing them.
Yeah, so...
Cool, we'll keep our eye on that. Breaking news stories.
We'll have
I
to
like
see
it.
if that is recommissioned or not.
But I don't think I've watched anything else. I genuinely don't. My brain's just computing, but there's not coming
That's
up with
fine.
anything. If I have, I'll just tell you next week.
Fine.
I'll tell you what I am going to start watching.
Hello, yep.
Apple TV have got a new show called Constellation.
Right.
I'm going to start watching that this week. It's Numi Rapace's new show.
Oh,
She's
another
in it.
another absolute trooper. She
And it
does
sounds
not take any days off.
She does know. It sounds quite good, so I'm going to give that a go this weekend, I think. So I'll let you know how that is.
Nice.
I think that's coming out weekly, so I might only have one episode to watch, or two, maybe. Right, where are we at, time-wise? Not far off. Shall we run through the top 10 and get out of here?
Let's do it.
So we want top 10 films by country, UK. Currently at number 10 in the top 10 films in the UK is Sing 2.
With just the 11 weeks in a row in the top 10.
Yep, 11 weeks that's been in the top 10 now.
Plucky up-and-coming film.
Number 9 is Battle of the Baddest.
Okay.
That's got a boxy.
Boxing.
It's got some boxes on.
Yeah, sure. I presume a documentary.
It looks like it. Number 8 is Father Stu. Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Why does it all Mark Wahlberg films end up on Netflix?
Don't know. I've seen Father Stu.
Right.
I think it was either an unlimited screening or a secret screening at Cineworld. It was fine.
Right.
It's a Mark Wahlberg.
Isn't about 2.5 hours long? And
It's quite long.
Well,
My mum and dad told me they turned it off at the weekend. I was like, I've seen that. It's not bad. But they didn't want to finish it, so they didn't.
Fine.
Number 7 is Code 8.
Okay.
That is Captain's Gallery member.
That's both
Robbie
the
ML.
MLs.
It's both the MLs. Robbie and Stephen. Number 6 is Spaceman.
Yeah.
That's a lot lower than Netflix would have wanted that to be this week.
I
think.
really liked the idea before I'd seen anything of this movie.
Yes.
Like Adam Sandler doing a proper acting film in space. I was like, yeah, it could be good. And then I seen the trailer and thought, no, this doesn't look like I would enjoy it.
No, apparently I've heard
I don't know if I will watch it.
2 or 3 people at work have told me that it's terrible. So, but Netflix will be surprised to see that at 6, I think, this week. I would have thought they'd want that a lot higher. especially higher than Despicable Me 3, which is at number 5.
Always a minion in this chart.
Always. Number 4 is June,
Yeah.
because June 2 has just come out of the cinema.
Have you seen it yet?
Nope. I've seen that one, and I'm not going to watch it again. It's a terrible movie. Number 3 is Mea Culpa. I don't know what that is.
It's the Tyler Perry thriller.
Okay.
It's also had some terrible reviews.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Not a good week for good films this week. Number 2 is My Son. That's
Sure.
James McAvoy. And a kid. And currently number 1 is Code 8 Part 2.
Yes.
So that is the sequel to Code 8.
Have you seen Code 8?
I haven't.
Oh,
I've
me
never
neither.
even heard of it till the second one came out. So,
Robbie Amell's the better looking one, isn't he?
100%. 100%.
But arguably the less famous one. Okay.
No, Stephen Amell shares my birthday.
Does he?
Exactly.
Get a time to give it you back.
We were born on exactly the same day. TV shows?
Sure.
Currently number 10. Oh, there we go again. Currently number 10 is Friday Night Dinner Season 4. Number 9 is Friday Night Dinner Season 5. Number 8 is Friday Night Dinner Season 6.
That's really impressive though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because to have that sort of stick aroundness.
Yeah.
Because they're only 20 minutes long.
Yeah, they are.
And to just, that's...
So,
I like that show. It's just really surprising.
5 weeks in the chart, in the top 10 there.
Yeah.
It is really surprising. It's one of the greatest sitcoms of modern times. But yeah, it's got to stick around a bit. People just binge it.
Yeah.
I imagine people watch it and then watch it again.
Yeah.
Just have it on in the background. It's a great show. Number 7, American Conspiracy, the Octopus Murders.
Right, I know nothing about this. Is someone killing octopi?
Looking at that picture.
Or is an octopus going around killing presidents?
I think, by looking at that picture, Ronald Reagan's killed an octopus. And he's covered it up. And now he's dead. We can talk about it.
Whatever I've got in my head, I feel is going to surpass whatever it actually is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I did see it on there, but I haven't watched it yet. Number 6 is Love is Blind, season 6.
Yes.
That's about blind people falling in love. It's not. It's about people in a room falling in love with other people in other rooms. Number 5 is Formula 1 Drive to Survive, season 6.
Sure. I think time to be released with the new Formula 1
it's
season.
just started, hasn't it?
Yep.
People at work, that's all they talk about.
Oh, but isn't the thing about Formula 1 now, it's just all the dramas off
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
track rather than and all the goings on with there's a case going on at the minute, isn't there?
Yeah.
No one's actually talking about the
Is that about Jerry Halliwell's
little
husband?
cars going round, are they?
Who cares? just men driving around in circles. Number 4, can I tell you a secret?
You can, yes.
It's a limited series. It's been around for a while now. No, 2 weeks on the charts, maybe not. It feels like it's been around for a while. I've not watched that, but I am going to watch it.
Okay.
It is on the list, but it's just not there yet. Number 3 is Desperate Measures.
Okay. I think this is like something that's moved over from the BBC to Netflix.
Okay.
Or something.
Is that you lady from the IT crowd?
No, it's
looks like
Amanda Abingdon from Sherlock.
It looks like the lady from the IT crowd.
Yes, it does.
Number 2 is Avatar: The Last Airbender. And number 1 is One Day.
One day.
One day it will be number 1. 4th week on the charts, still number 1 in the charts.
Yeah.
It's doing really well. You didn't like it?
No, I didn't say I didn't like it.
You kind of did. You said it angered you. You can't like something
It
that
annoys
angers
me. No, I liked parts of it. I think. Listen to last week's episode.
Yeah, we've talked about One Day enough. It was on. There was bits of it on Gogglebox the other day, and it did look quite good.
Yeah.
But
The performances are brilliant. The two leads are amazing.
that's a show where I would say it's on my list, but it will never get to the top. It will never get to the top.
That's absolutely fine.
Right, that's it. I think we've done a wave.
We've waved.
What I think we should do is go away and talk about this batshit movie.
I'm so excited.
I can't wait to talk about this. Definitely. If you've never listened to a movie show, come back on Thursday and listen to this week's movie show because you will not believe some of the stuff that happens in this movie.
Also, go and watch the movie. Bloody New Year.
100% go and watch the movie. Bloody New Year is from 1987 and it is on Netflix. Right, let's get out of here. Thank you for listening. We'll be back on Thursday for the movie show.
Cheers.
Bye.